Last season it was whiskeys. It doesn't need to be alcohol based. It just, let's face it, it's me. It does.
Well, I don't think you're alone in the.
Enjoys drinking.
Yeah, I moved to Wisconsin. I'm, an alcoholic now.
Yeah. So
I told you about the first time going back to Alabama. I'm forgetting something. I told you about the first time going back to Alabama after being up here for a while. About drinking and everyone looking at me like there was something wrong with me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because I think I had grabbed some drinks or something, and I grabbed a bottle of Chivas Regal or something.
Yeah.
And we're just a bunch of us hanging out, drank the whole bottle just straight. Not in one sitting or anything.
Sure.
But just I'd have one, and I just kept having more. And by the end of the night, I'm just like, all right, well, let's go do some other stuff. And, and they're just looking at me like, is Trent okay?
Should we talk to him?
Do we need to have an intervention? Morty. But no, it's a very real thing. Not to be like, oh, Wisconsin's so horrid and tough. It's just a part of everyday life here.
It's a culture thing. Hey, do you have any Ricola I can have for the coffin? That is the name of this episode. Hi, welcome to.
You better clap before you do that.
I don't need Ricola. I was just saying for the coffin.
Oh, you ran out of anything?
No.
Oh, that's not what we're gonna get you, son, you bitch.
I was hoping you'd see that once I said for the coffin, that's the name of this episode.
Nate,
you'd stop.
That does not mean that you're doing it just for a bit. Usually you think of stuff, and then you just keep on with the joke. Now, you've already started the show.
All right, it's been 1 week since our last one.
It's been 1 week since we talked about this shit. Welcome back.
This is the Preacher Podcast with Trentendo. That's Trentendo. I'm Nate.
He's Baltic Effect.
And we are brought to you by the Baltic Effect.
I'm going to start making you president of Baltic Effect.
This is Preacher Podcast.
Yeah.
This is season 3.
Oh, I was going to fix my hair. How's it look?
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Good. I can't do much with it this short.
It looks great.
Thanks.
Episode 5.
Your hair looks good, too.
Thank you. The Coffin.
Good episode. I liked it. Do we have questions before we get started?
No. Just kidding.
Ha! About to say. I memorized at least one thing that could be a 3 for Thrixies.
All right, fellow. Here are some questions from Bricktails.
I feel weird because we're kind of just starting. Normally, I get stuff ready and I stand here for a second.
Yeah.
I feel weird. It's you don't ever just get to work and just start.
Well, I wanted to do that.
You know what I mean?
Funny
You get
joke
to work
without you starting. I wanted to do that funny joke before you got ready for it.
I like it. Maybe I should. Yeah. Maybe I should just start stuff. I shouldn't take a moment to be like, did I do everything? Oh, yeah. It's a weird feeling.
Did you press record, by the way?
No.
Cool.
Is there a red dot on that?
Yes.
There's a red dot on that.
Cool.
Don't clap again. God almighty. What are the people with earbuds in? Your second one were just
Here is here is the address you can send your questions to for the APR Podcast Pod Quiz. BalticEffect@gmail.com.
Where do you think it's going to go? Where do you think I'm going to put it?
I'm not going to break a prediction.
Just predict where you think it's going to go. In 2 places?
One of these. It's going to be in one of these places.
I'm not going to do that. One of those is going to cover up my face.
It's going to go right there.
I put it over both of our faces.
Yeah.
We're saying all this if you're listening to the audio podcast because there's a YouTube component. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube, do a search for Trentendo. You can watch the video of this stuff.
And I know more of you listen to this than watch it because we see the numbers of both.
So I can count. I don't know which number is higher than the other. But and you know what? I want to say that even though it is Trentendo has got ridiculously low numbers. I don't know.
Ridiculously high numbers.
I don't know why I ever
It's a worldwide phenomenon.
I'm gonna tangent off for a second because I talked to you briefly about this. Talking to a guy at work, I discovered a YouTube channel that's been around for a little while called How Ridiculous. And they do a lot of crazy stuff that's really cool, really neat ideas. Just some Australians, really delightful fellows they seem like. But they got into, they discovered this tower in Perth where you can drop stuff off of it. Where you can drop stuff off of it for scientific purposes. And so they started being
West Australia.
Yeah, so they decided to start dropping things off anvils and dropping them on top of refrigerators, and it's like, what's it gonna do? And the tower's 148 feet tall. It's 45 meters, but it's 147 point something. I'm like, I bet it's 148 feet, and they just rounded it for the meters. Probably not, but anyway, point being is I'm watching these people do this, and they got like millions of views, and I'm watching this on my lunch break at work, and then I get finished watching them. I have to go back to my job and clock in, and I'm like, damn, I was just watching them at work. Why can't I have a tower I can drop stuff off of? Because I'm like, that's stuff we did when we were kids. Like, let's drop this thing off of this thing and talk about it.
Yeah, click the link below for that.
Not doing it. They got people.
Well, you're talking about it. People are going to search for it right now unless you put the link.
Yeah, then search for it. Type in How Ridiculous.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they're really great. Nice fellas.
Okay.
Seem really cool. I like them. I've seen a ton of their videos now. I don't know. Keep watching them.
Bricktail sends questions.
Woo!
Name some items that can be used for found object bathroom weaponry.
Hair remover, hair dryer, toilet paper, fingernail polish remover, the torture device that's the curlers, the eyelash curlers, and a toothbrush. Oh, technically, and the toilet brush, kind of, and what's her name? Tulip's foot.
Ah, yes. Toilet brush, you got that. Hair remover, got that. Flamethrower made out of a hair dryer, you got that. Toilet paper, yes, that was part of that.
That was part of it, yeah.
And I think nail polish remover, toothbrush, eyelash curler.
Nail polish remover is crazy flammable.
You get 1 point.
Yeah!
I was going to give him 8, but I thought I'd give him 1 instead.
Yeah.
Dick.
If you go listen to other podcasts, you'll hear he hates me.
It's true. That reminded me of when my dad didn't really teach us how to fight, really, except for a couple little fight lessons.
Oh, did he teach you how to throw a punch?
This was the one.
Don't put your thumb
This
in.
is the one move he did, and
Start
you're
the
gonna
shoulder.
viewer, you're gonna have to imagine you can see this because you can't see me from this down. But he would do this.
That's on purpose.
He would do this.
We're naked.
He would do this.
So you watch the foot?
Yeah. So this is a demonstration. You don't have to be like, I'm not gonna look at the foot.
Well, no, I can see it. I have peripheral vision that works
Okay.
really well.
Well, just do it for the demonstration and then punch him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so difficult.
Well, no, it's just I'm not.
It was for the demonstration.
Do it again.
Okay. All right. You sat there and you move your foot. Okay. I'm not falling for this.
We always did it like you'd lift your foot.
Ah, okay.
So it's already in motion. So
okay.
Because they always go, ugh.
Yeah.
So not only does it just them looking, but they're like, ugh, trying to back up and just give
Yeah.
you just biff them like a real good one.
Yeah, that's good.
Dad didn't show me that one. I learned that one just from being an asshole.
From the streets.
From the streets.
The hard
streets. The Bama.
Bama.
And the dirty.
The dirty Bama red dirt streets of Red Dirt, Alabama. Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Point being, I got 1 point for that.
Yes. Next question. What other AMC show was referenced this episode?
Mad Men. She says very Don Draper of his hat.
Boom. Got it.
I have questions about that, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, I've never seen Don Draper wear a hat.
Okay. Well, we can start there. Me neither. Well, he had like a fedora. Oh, the episode where
I've never watched Mad Men. So
there's an episode where they did. Oh man, there's one that's crazy. It's when they had like a fancy garden party, and so they all wore the flat, or I think only a few of them did, but the flat rimmed, like straw hats. You see, apparently those were as popular as baseball hats are now. Apparently everybody had one of those. But a lot of people wore those. That's very much like that. Okay. That's also the episode that they had a minstrel show.
Ooh.
Which is
yes, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. I hope that's what it's called.
Yep.
So that happened in that episode of Mad Men. America sucks, but I love it.
Yeah, it's a complicated relationship we have with our country here.
There it is.
Yeah.
And which I think a lot of people do in
sure.
our country. I don't think we're being too
wild
out saying that. I think
they think there's problems with their country, but they also like it. What?
We shouldn't say too much. They'll fire us from Disney.
They're gonna fire us from Trentendo. Our boss is upstairs.
The real Trentendo.
Yeah, there's you got
Humperdew.
Humperdew.
Keep going.
What's a 4-letter word for perambulate?
Perambulate.
They didn't actually say the answer
I know,
in this,
but
I
you
said it while we were watching it.
Perambulate. Is it? It's either walk or talk. Param. So I like to use the pram a lot. It has nothing to do with that. Parabolis. Parabolis means, I don't know what that means either. Walk.
It is walk.
Boom. Mm-hmm. Yay! I get excited when I remember stuff.
You can be like ambulance moves around. That doesn't make any sense, but
I know I was trying to like spelling bee it. Can you give me its origins?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What kind of cigarette does Jesse smoke in this episode?
Dang! It was like a red pack, and
I was gonna ask it too.
I missed it. This is a great question. These are things I should be looking for.
Incredibly great question, and you'll see why when you say answer it.
Camarble ports. I don't know.
Pilgrim.
They're pilgrims. Nice.
Like
that's
how
awesome.
John Wayne. So
like
that's a minus.
Little pilgrim.
So that's -1.
I didn't do that movie because it was man. I cannot do a John Wayne.
It's pretty close.
It's just deep. I don't have the cadence. I've only ever really seen a couple of John Wayne movies. I've seen True Grit. I think I watched parts of the sequel, Rooster Coggins or whatever it's called. And then I saw The Shootist, which is one of his later works. Mm-hmm. Saw that a lot when I was a kid. But yeah, I don't have not a huge John Wayne guy. I don't hate him, but
I never really got into.
But I'm excited he's in the show.
Well, like
it has to do with the Zippo.
It has to. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You're getting so close.
This is fun. It's
gonna be such a letdown when you find out what it is.
I like that Jesse, his way. He's like, oh, good. I get to pretend. Which is what I used to do as a little boy when I was stuck in this coffin. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, do you have any Ricola? Because of all the coffin?
It's at the store where you can go buy it, along with the fucks I give about this joke that you're doing.
I'm going to do it one more time before the end of this.
I love calling it. I love that you're calling it.
I'm going to do one more.
I hate it when you do this stuff. I love that you're calling it.
One more time.
I am down for that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right.
What was it that? Okay, this makes for bad podcasting, but I was about to tell a story about another podcast we did.
Is it racist?
No. It makes for because it's boring. No, it's when Sadie said, because I used to whenever she talked about the movie The Hunger, I would say games. Mm-hmm.
Classic Nate joke.
And she paused the podcast and she goes, Nate, I'm going to start talking about The Hunger, and I really don't want you to say games.
She was so worried you were going to do it.
And I said,
you're such an unstoppable monster with those.
And then I said,
like a robot made to just fuck up things.
May
with
I
those
do
jokes.
it once? And she said, yes, you may do it once. And I never did it, and she kept waiting for it. She'd be like, this movie called The Hunger, and
you are a monster. I have no words. What's funny is
I'm the worst friend.
Here's what's interesting. There's one of those you did that we all adopted and decided we were gonna do it.
The following, go on.
We covered the show The Following, and every time you say The Following,
go on.
Someone would say that, and then it got to the point where
we're gonna do a podcast on The Following.
Go on. So like every time we'd say the name of any show, we start saying go on, mm-hmm. And everybody did it on the network. And it's one of your only one of those where we were like, yes, we're doing it.
That's because that one is like the only one that's actually funny. All right. Here's some those.
She was like, Nate, I'm about to start.
Like Nate, I'm about.
You had broken Sadie.
Yeah,
you'd worn her down.
She's like, please,
to a soulless nub of a human. I really want
to talk about this awesome.
She was like, please.
Who's in that? It's David, the singing guy.
David Seymour guy. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, the singing guy.
We watched The Hunger, and I can't remember now.
With the lightning across his face. David Bowie. Yeah, with David the
you
singer.
You went like this, and I almost said Scarface.
Scarface. The singer. Yeah.
Anyway.
He played a vampire in that, and she likes talk. It's a good movie that she likes, but she keeps talking about The Hunger, and I kept saying games. some little backstory, and you've heard it, and I just told it like twice. Next.
Oh, I love it.
Shane submitted questions.
Oh, and thank you for the questions, Big Tales. Thank you, Shane. Oh, which, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement. No, I'm not.
Yeah, let
Keep
it be
going.
a surprise.
Keep going.
I will keep going. Oh, next week we'll be recording later. So.
Yeah, we're going to record on Thursday.
Yeah,
so
next week.
We do have an announcement.
You have an extra day to submit.
But then we're going to pull it back to Tuesdays for a little while.
But you know what? You're going to forget that. So just next week it's on Thursday.
And on top of that, keep in mind, if you're like, dang it, I don't have time, send them whenever. And if we're a week later, we'll read it on the next one. I love those. Those are some of my favorites. It reminds me
of what the show is.
Yeah, I don't want people to have to stress trying to get an email.
Yeah, don't stress.
No. Get it in. If you're like, I want to say my thoughts about this, it doesn't matter when you send it. You can send it next season about this season. We don't care.
Yeah, we're
going to read it and talk about it and enjoy it.
We will do those.
So, anyway.
TC's improvised bathroom weapon is made from what? 3 things.
Toilet paper, fingernail polish remover, blow dryer.
TP roll hair remover hair dryer.
He had hair remover on his face. That little bottle is...
Oh, yeah. You're right, Shane.
How many times have you...
That's a 3 for Thrixie, so that is 5.
How many times have you woken up with fingernail polish on?
Just a couple times.
How many times have you woken up and not remembered how it got there?
Never.
All 2 times for me. So you learn real quick what fingernail polish remover is.
I only worn fingernail polish when... in a couple instances, and it was because I thought it would keep me from biting my nails, and it did not keep me from biting my nails.
Yeah, it won't.
I used to put you put matte or clear nail polish on because I thought it's gonna taste bad, it'll make me not bite it.
I bit my nails for a short period of time when I was a kid, and then I bit one that was kind of dirty, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, it had poo under it, didn't it?
It might have. Who knows? And I died of dysentery.
Yeah.
No, it happened, and I was like, I don't really want to ever do that again. Well, so I try and keep my nails clean, and I don't bite them. Yeah. So that was a 2 for Trixie. Now doing the voice. That's for the other podcast.
Where's the Allfather calling from?
Ooh, I didn't catch that. I actually didn't understand half of what that guy said. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess the Vatican.
Masada. I don't know where that is.
Me neither.
What's her name? Compliments Airstar's hat.
Don Draper.
Comparing him to the lead character from what other AMC you said?
Yay!
You're back up to 5 because you lost one at Masada. This next question you will also not get. Who is Cass getting messages from on the Vamp dating app?
I didn't catch her screen name.
I didn't either.
Little bites.
Little bites.
Little bits.
Little bits. Just put some fucking food in.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Stupid son of a bitch. That's not always only... Well, we do have Rick and Morty singing right here. It's hard to hide.
This is on the other side of Preacher.
There are days I'm ashamed of being a Rick and Morty fan because of what Rick and Morty fans do.
Oh, they're the worst. Just fans in general.
Star Wars fans.
Fans in general of things need to knock it off. If you're a fan of something, knock it off. Just like the thing. Shut up about it.
I guess maybe we should just say assholes quit being assholes.
Yeah, maybe just assholes don't be an asshole.
Yeah, if you're going to be an asshole, don't like things.
Yeah. Bird Girl 666.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she had birds on her
shirt. Yeah.
Man, she had some... Okay. What 3 things... What 3 things...
This is not tell me more what you're saying. This is please keep talking.
Okay. This is a 3 for...
You're misidentifying that.
This is a 3 for Thrixie that you guessed on what the question would be, so give me the answer.
Guessed on... Oh, the one I was talking about when I was walking back and forth.
Mm-hmm. This guy's rocking back and forth like Rain Man going.
I'm an excellent driver. No, I was going back and forth setting things up. I do that while the episode's playing, and Cassidy says he likes being a vampire because there are things that he would have died before he saw, and those are as follows.
Go on.
They are moon landing, quaaludes, man with a beard of bees.
Correct. That is 3 points.
Yeah. So after it was said, I go quaaludes, moon landing, beard of bees. Got it. I said it out loud.
Yeah.
As a way of being like, what now, bitch?
Now, this next question says Jesse, but I think he means Jody. What brand of gun does Jody favor?
I thought he was the one that said they were for. Maybe it was Tulip that said it. Smith & Wesson?
Yep.
So he likes Smith & Wesson. It's Tulip that said they were for cops and sissies.
Yep.
Was that the next question?
Nope. Is her heart going to take...
Smith & Wesson.
Is her heart going to take that? She ain't...
Oh, she ain't Uma Thurman.
You got 9 points out of a possible 23 points.
That was not 23.
I know.
If it was, you better give me everything I need.
No, I have questions.
Good. Thank you, Shane, by the way.
Thank you, Shane.
Good. You guys are roughing me up, but I paid attention this week. We all worked hard. So we need more people send us questions. Rough me up a little bit.
So we already talked about the one hat that the dude wore, Hair Star. His other hat that he wore in the second part,
the shitty painters one,
reminded me of what? Of the guitar player from what? Rockford, Illinois punk band.
Cheap Trick? Cheap Trick's punk?
I think so.
Really?
Are they punk?
I thought they're
right
punk.
in.
They're punk-ish.
I mean, they're early punk, right?
No, that's not early punk.
Or late punk.
They're
whichever one the 80s are.
You know what? I have a lot of... They're punk. Let's say they're punk because I think I don't know how to classify music.
Yeah.
I think I don't at all. Let's just say that. I think that's my...
So you got that point, so that's 10 points. Because they're...
He always wears that stupid hat.
Yeah.
He's got the long bill.
Yeah, yeah.
What movie does that remind Trent of?
The fucking baseball... Oh, the fucking... The Great Bambino!
The Sandlot!
Sandlot.
Yes! That's awesome!
The one
I thought
dude
that's where you were going to go with it.
No, but that guy has too long of a bill, too.
Oh, man. Any more questions for you?
Nope.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
You might not. Is Werewolves of London, song that was played in this episode, is that Sweet Home Alabama? Oh, discuss. Yeah.
I would have to listen to them. I know that they go together. So, like, if you go to, like, a piano bar, especially if you see, like, Piano Fondue, local piano duo.
Dueling pianos, yeah.
And if you request any of those three songs, and by those three songs I mean that one, Sweet Home Alabama, Werewolves of London, and the one fucking Kid Rock song, right?
Oh, that's Sweet Home Alabama. I know what you're talking about. I don't know
they
the song.
will play all three in a mashup.
Of course they will. Because you'll have to just play one and then just sing the other words. It's like the Axis of Awesome, those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
so
is
I'm not sure it's the same song.
I don't think it is either.
I mean, I think fucking Kid Rock's version is the most rip-offiest.
I think it is, for sure.
And
I think he was...
Also, Kid Rock is the biggest piece of shit of those three composers.
Yeah. I got...
Hot beat, worldwide Detroit,
beef.
Interstate beef between Michigan and Wisconsin.
Shots fired.
Yeah, come over here, cross Lake Michigan and suck these nuts, Kid Rock. Kid Rock, and I'm the real McCoy, more like Kid Rock, and I'm a stupid little
real
boy.
Madoy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I'm glad that you started the thoughts and opinions expressed here on the Baltic Effect podcast of Trentendo.
Do not
reflect the affiliates of Trentendo and Baltic Effect.
Yeah.
If there ever
or our sponsors,
or will be.
Or our sponsors.
Or Disney, for that matter.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm just kidding. Hold on.
Is it Oprah? That's the one we don't want to piss off.
If
we ever make Oprah mad, we're all
We
homeless.
got the ixnay from our president of broadcasting. It's Barack Obama. He doesn't like that joke.
So now that let's not talk about Kid Rock anymore.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the episode. I kind of want to tackle this a little bit differently than following people's like stories. I'd rather talk about like things we've learned.
Ooh.
Because we've learned stuff with this episode.
We have learned stuff.
I don't want to bitch anymore about episodes not moving that far forward. Instead, what I think would be a more valuable use of our time would be to look at what the show's teaching us about the world of prequels.
Things we're glad about. Pollyanna.
I don't know what that is. Is it a show?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's an old movie.
Oh, okay. Is it good?
Yeah. She was trying to like convince a bunch of cranky people that instead of focusing on what pissed you off, focus on what makes you glad about a thing.
Oh, okay. So one of the things that we learned, Hairstar's wearing hats now. Mm-hmm. Why?
Don't know. I think it's funny, but I don't know.
Did he get hurt in the head?
Do you think it's just? I hope it's just because they're like, why don't we just put a hat on him? Because that'd be funny.
Well, we haven't seen him. We've seen him without a hat this season, right?
Yes.
I thought so as well, because I was like, did something
He's
happen
never
last
worn a hat.
season?
He's
Yeah.
never-
Okay, so it's just a thing that's just happening
Yeah.
for reasons.
Yeah.
All right, there's that. It's not that he's like has to grow his hair out for. It's not pulling a mustache gate.
Yeah.
Because you can see the side of his head, unless that's
Yeah,
a
you
bald
could also
wig.
put a bald thing on someone's face. And also,
Yeah, people do it all the time.
if he has another gig coming up where he needs hair, wigs are really good.
Yeah, there's that.
This is a wig, that's a wig.
This is a wig.
This is a wig.
It's a face wig.
Yeah. I'm wearing a skin suit.
That was great. So, okay, we learned that. We've learned, let's go ahead and get this kind of out of the way, because it's not my favorite part. I hate the stuff with the Grail and Humperdew. I'm, like, over it.
Yeah.
But we've learned, in my opinion, I think what this is showing us is that the Allfather, because didn't you say he was on the phone with the devil?
With the devil, and I want to talk. Well, that's the most interesting thing for me. But the thing is, what are they playing? Because here's the thing: Allfather's like, we got to get this moving. Blah blah blah. We need to move this forward because God's missing. Last episode,
Satan is like, we got
Satan's,
stuff going on.
he's like, Satan's, yeah, and he says that, but then on the phone, when he's on the phone with Allfather, he's like, thanks, Allfather. Now I'll get up. Now make sure there's all loose ends tied up on your end, and I'll do the same on my end. You know, like they're planning something. They both talk about how they have a plan that God's not there.
It's the end of the world.
It's the same plan. So I think putting this imbecile as Messiah is like a evil plan hatched by both Allfather, whatever his job is.
So here's my thinking: is that he was clapping and happy about Humperdew being Humperdew and doing soft shoe, which that's what we learned about.
By the way,
Humperdew.
Jesus tap dancing Christ.
That's amazing. Are you gonna write? Oh, you already wrote it down. Okay, and then you drew an arrow to it.
Well, I wanted you to.
So
I was like, this will make Trent laugh.
that's a good one. I do like that because I like variations of like Jesus. I think I said Jesus Christmas today was one that I said. They're funny. They're whimsical.
I've been watching season 2 of Luke Cage, and he's just started saying "Oh, sweet Christmas" like a lot, and I'm wondering if like he's always said that, and I've only just recently started like hearing it. But I'm like, stop saying "Oh, sweet Christmas," unless this is what Luke Cage says in the comics. Write in below, comment.
Yeah, definitely let us know. Okay, so I think that what's going on is no, I'm good. I think what's going on is that they are trying. I think there is going to be a pass-fail thing that's being created by God, but also by these other people. I think maybe God might actually be pulling the strings on this. And the thing is that they're going to.
I had to climb upstairs.
The worst one. They were, and you've thrown me off track. Was it worth it? Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you gonna write down in your journal at the end of the night? Did this today? Was success? Go me. Self 5. I rule. Anyway, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna put up Humperdew as the Messiah, and people are gonna be like, "No, we're not following him." And there's gonna be a lot of souls not following the Messiah. And that means there's going to be a lot of souls going to hell. I think that there's a deal worked out. And I think that maybe God is seeing all this going on, and he's thinking that people need to still believe. You know what I mean? Like I think this all is about a big test, and I think that the Allfather is in on it with Satan, and he realizes this is a terrible plan. Because I had said when we were watching the episode, when he asked him, "What does Humperdew know?" and he started tap dancing, my response was, the answer is nothing. He knows how to do nothing. That is not the answer. The answer is not he knows how to soft shoe. No. Not the answer. And then he ends up loving it. And it's like, what's going on? He was not charmed.
I like how those two sidekicks are also responsible for all the minutia. So, like, same dude is directing the actors, and then also he's the one who plays piano and sings. They're not like, oh, well, let's get someone.
Well, it's because we know the characters.
Yeah.
So we know him, so just put him in everything.
Yeah.
It's a comic booky thing to do.
I like it.
It is funny, yeah. So that's what's going on there. That's my theory, what's going on in the background. Let us know what your theories are as well.
Write in and subscribe.
Write in and subscribe. Send a self-postage address stamp.
SASE.
Okay, so that's going on there. And then what we've learned, I'll say that till later. We've learned that Tulip, I feel like the biggest thing in the episode, we've learned that if Grandma is dead, Tulip dies. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's kind of the biggest thing from that. I mean,
it's a huge thing because Grandma's old as F.
Yeah, and so they're going to have to get a soul for her to eat.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just like jonesing.
Here's what they need to do.
Oh, okay.
Here's what Cassidy. Go. Grandma. Bite her.
Oh, she'll live
Grandma
forever.
lives forever. Guess who else lives forever then?
She never needs souls anymore. She just has to eat blood.
Yeah.
So she gotta get blood.
But she'll live.
Can't she get blood just as easily as she could get souls?
Maybe even easier, because you can milk a dude's blood forever, for years.
That's a good point. Yeah, and they do keep people down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cassie should show up and bite Grandma.
Yeah, bite Grandma. And also, like, you can eat animal blood. Right?
And then she could join the fight club.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great solution right there.
Chicken. She could eat a chicken.
You just have to, like, I don't know, it would just be such a tough thing to negotiate.
Just turn her into a vampire against her will.
Mm-hmm. I guess my thing is,
like, if you're a vampire and someone doesn't want you to bite them, the burden's on them to make you not bite them.
That's a good point, but they're still not going to be able to make money. They want Jesse because he can get people into the tombs.
Right, they'll still have the curse.
Why ever he is the reason that I guess he's the only one that has all of his teeth or something, and that's the reason.
Yeah. They mentioned that, like, in one of the flashbacks, like, your fancy teeth, your fancy face and voice.
No, that's what gets people in them. So they wouldn't make money, so they would still want to keep him for that. Because my thinking is that he finally, the big thing with this, to get him out of there, no matter whatever they do with Grandma, is he's going to have to kill Jody. Jody isn't going to let him go. He's going to fight him.
Yeah.
He's going to fight him in the tombs. And that's the big thing. Jody's the guy that killed his dad. Jody is the guy that, like, beat the shit out of him when he was a kid. You know, Jody took his dad's
lighter.
Yeah, so there's
which
that.
is a John Wayne reference.
Yeah.
Pilgrim.
I almost spoiled it.
It reminds me of.
I'm so close. I'm so sorry.
Season 2 or 3 of Fargo where we see Bruce Campbell plays Reagan.
Oh yeah, that was like season 3 or something.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, it was an interesting thing.
Yeah,
Coen Brothers are getting a show on Netflix. Western.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I hear.
Nice.
But anyway, so that's what's going on there. I'll
watch that.
Inside of that, we had another great fight. A lot of the things that I loved the most in this episode happened with all the stuff with Tulip and Jesse and TC and Jody.
It's a cool fight.
Yeah, because I like that. You know, we had one of my favorite things. You know, in a previous episode where Tulip was just like, "Hey, let me in on this. Like, make me a part of this." And so he looks at her and he's like, feel like a fist fight.
Yeah.
And so they're a team. You know, they're starting to. That's a small moment of working as a team. It's fantastic.
And I like that they got into that fight right away when they saw Cassidy was gone, instead of being like
an argument.
I don't know who did this.
Like tiptoe. And I think that Jesse and Tulip expected that.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're ready for. But instead, no, they just start breaking stuff everywhere. It was a funny fight. It was a really good fight.
Yeah.
I like that Tulip got away, and it was just like they come back, and it was almost like, what happened? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
I love things like that. And then later on, you know, after the grandma being brought back to life, they're all sitting around the table, and they're just like having a moment. The 4 of them. Jody's getting his foot out of the chain. TC's singing to Grandma. Jesse is like cleaning up his things, his collar things.
Yeah, because he was using it to dig into the shit
for the coffin.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
I've got some Ricola if you need anything for that. If you need it for that.
That was your 3rd one. You're done. I hope that was where you wanted it. Because you're done. You're done. Because what I'm about to talk about now is we learned what the coffin was that Jesse used to have to stay in when he was a kid. He was down in this coffin that pumped air down there. That's the coffin, like the name of the episode.
Well, we saw that in a previous episode. We saw when he was a kid in it.
I just want to say it more after you.
Oh, okay.
After you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I can be an asshole.
You
too.
can.
I was confused by that whole. I didn't learn anything from. The coffin.
I didn't want to bring this up because I was confused.
Bring it up.
So you got 2 holes, right? It's actually 3 holes.
It's disgusting. Keep going.
Okay, you got 2 holes, and one.
I didn't even like. I put my foot on the gas and I was like, "It's disgusting."
So in
you got full judge. You got judge.
Like I'm not a mechanic or an engineer or something, but I feel like one would be air going in, one air going out. Cycle. But they're both sucking. Why are they both sucking?
Maybe it's like suck and then blow on both of them.
Okay, because
it's 2 hydraulics.
Right, but he made the one suck on the Pilgrim thing, and then the other one suck on a cigarette.
You got me. I don't understand. I don't understand how it got up into that. I don't understand how it got into a motor. I don't understand how it exploded in there. Unless he's breathing hydrogen. I don't understand how he's not dead. Water doesn't compress. It would have broken his face if it blew up.
Well,
Yeah, so I don't like physics are completely out the window. I don't
That's
know
why
what
you need
happened.
a little bit of air in your super soaker tank for it to work. Because if it's all water, like you think, oh, I'll have more water. No, you need air in there because
Air compressor.
it's the air compression. Yeah.
That's science, folks. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But I
Do you learn that from super soakers too? That's how I learned about that.
Mythbusters.
Oh, okay.
I'm a dumb boy.
I learned it
later
from
in life.
I learned that from super soakers.
I always never wanted to fill mine up all the way because after a while, I had the OG green, like neon green one, the super
100.
soaker.
Yep.
That thing was baller.
Classic.
I never wanted it full because after a while they would get stripped. I just didn't want to end up with all that all over me, so I did like a half boy. That was plenty.
I like the super soaker. I believe 200 because you can fit a 2-liter on the thing.
Oh, and replace it?
Because like the 100,
It was skinnier.
Yeah, it was skinnier.
Yeah. Anyway, that was fun. Good childhood. You had a super soaker. Yeah.
So like
childhood.
So we would do the thing where we'd have water balls on our hips.
Oh.
And cool, right?
Well, I remember by the point it got to that, they started making some that you would wear like backpacks.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was a
rich.
whole like. No, these were cheap.
Oh, yeah?
They were like way cheaper than name brand was expensive. These were like a Walmart brand.
Okay.
But it would be a whole. It came out around the time.
Soaker squirters.
Well, yeah, exactly. They made some.
Sam's Choice squirting.
If you had a pool, they made some that were literally just tubes that you could be
stick it in the pool.
And so then based off of
that you can get someone wet.
People based off of that made some that you just had like a backpack that was like two 2-liters stuck together. I mean, it wasn't actually 2 liters, but it was like a plastic thing from a toy company with a hose to it. And so it was one. Yeah, that one was dope.
Yeah, you could really probably soak people.
I could kill someone with it.
Yeah,
I did.
He did.
So I didn't really learn a whole lot.
I
didn't really learn a whole lot from what the fuck is it? I didn't learn a whole lot from the coffin.
Und I did is from your favorite movie.
I know, and then when you're in the audience, you yell, "The fuck is an unt?"
Oh, okay. I missed
Cell 5. So anyway, anything else about that stuff before I move on?
About the exploding thing?
Yeah, or them in the house, Cassidy, not Cassie, but everything but Cassie.
So when when they're in there, like, you ready, you up for a fist fight? Mm-hmm. When TC lowers himself down behind them, right before it goes into Werewolves of London, it's this whole chorus of descending violins, like a horror movie, like.
It's creepy.
That was good.
Yeah.
Found object bathroom weaponry. That was just a funny phrase.
Sure. It was weird. It was good. That was a good moment for it.
I had my gastroenterologist beheaded. Both proportionate and wise.
I just recently watched Isle of Dogs, and there's a moment in it when they talk about that this person beheaded the head of the something family, which is like kind of a funny line, but I was like, you can't behead a head, it's disembodied. Body is beheaded. It's creepy that I felt like saying that. Moving on. So I guess the thing that's left, which is kind of important, kind of cool, kind of not at the same time too, I don't know, is what's going on with Cassidy. He's finally, this is one of the first episodes he's fully separate from everyone else.
Yeah.
And he gets the elephant tranquilizers. Thought that was going to be a question. I like the guy that was just like, you smell like death. He's like, don't take this the wrong way. How else am I supposed to take it?
Yeah. And I love how vets are always willing to give you shady shit.
It's always a vet.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. I mean, not Breaking Bad, but what's the other show? Better Call Saul has the vet. There's the vet in Heat.
Do you think it's because vets...
all kinds of stuff has the vet that takes the bullet out,
Yeah.
I think Two Guns had one. Like, all kinds of amazing action movies.
Do you think it's because vets, like...
don't give a fuck?
Yeah, like, they...
I don't think that's the case.
Do you think vets, they don't get paid enough?
Maybe. But, like, think about... it's all... I was just thinking about the one in Trailer Park Boys that got into... was he a doctor then a vet and then he lost his license?
Yeah.
He was like the worst one. That
guy
guy
was so funny.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know what that's all about. Why it always is that. But what we learned is that there's a group of vampires and they kick butt, and I was kind of excited about that.
Fake vampires.
I thought they were real.
No, I think they're fake.
Oh.
Which is why, yeah, I think they're fake as fuck.
And they found him and want to use him because he's real.
I think they found because she's
and he can bite them
because he's real.
Oh,
they have a big heart on for that.
Good call.
And he's real, and they're like, oh, he's the man, and they're like, so that's why they have all the theatrics down there. Like we are, look who holds this wall, the children of blood, and they're all wearing like their goth outfits.
They're Hot Topic bits.
You know, and I think that's a.
I was really wondering how that was going to pan out with that poor girl in the bathroom, and they're getting into it, and she's like, "Bite me," and I'm like, "Oh God, oh no, oh hun, oh who hurt you?" Mm-hmm. No, it's fine if that's your thing and you're into it. It's kind of, I mean,
it's up to you, dude.
I'm not going to say that I don't think it's a little hot sometimes, but let's just say that that's your thing. Good on you, but when you have an actual vampire there, it's like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And God, he was so mean looking, and the fangs were growing.
Yeah.
And it's just like
they just pop out.
And I thought she was gonna think it was even hotter, but really, she was rightfully afraid.
Yeah. Well, and he just left her.
He did, and then he went to the bar.
I want that one and that one.
Two best lines of this whole episode of anything ever is, I want that one and that one, and when he says, "Sure is a big gun," and she goes, "Yeah, put him down, I'll show you how it works." I love that so much.
Yeah.
So, great stuff in this episode.
I also liked when Lady, I forget her name, when she was like, she says it twice. She says it twice in this episode where, first, right when Jesus is about to dance.
Tap dance.
She's like, "I think I have an interesting idea. I may have an interesting idea." And he shut her down. He's like, "Yeah, the time for interesting ideas has passed, blah, blah, blah." And then later, she goes, "I may have an interesting idea." And she's like standing there. He's like,
and you think it's going to be a commercial break.
But he's like, "What is it?"
That was the best. That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice little bit of TV making, a little script writing right there. I really appreciated that. Glad you brought that up. Mm-hmm. But what you got before we hit the mailbag?
Nothing.
A little this, a little that, a little nothing. Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's head on over to the mailbag. Same place you can send the questions, balticeffect@gmail.com. We'll read them. Don't care when you send them. We'll read them. Don't feel like it's a rush. Just send them. Or send us some comments. We'll check that out, too.
Comments, like, and subscribe.
All right. You want to start us out?
Click below for that show that Trent was talking about earlier.
I'll do it if you can remember the name of it.
Ridiculous Pastimes.
You didn't remember it. Read the first email.
Bricktails says, "Hello, gentlemen, and..."
Why am I so bad at gambling? I get it right a lot of the time. Maybe it's because I never wager when I know I've won it.
I just picked the earliest one, and that's why.
No, I'm talking about a moment ago when I was like, if you do that, I'll do this.
Oh.
I'm still on that. I'm amazed at the times that... Anyway, keep going.
Hello, gentlemen, and... Hi. This episode was a Sahara's worth of sand, I'll grant you that.
That's good. Yeah, we didn't really talk about...
J-Dub.
Too much, but it was there. It happened. It's the thing, and I hope we see more of it for reasons.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this one. I won't do this.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this one. That initial fight with Jody and TC was awesome. Did you notice, by the way, that later in the episode, TC was missing half an eyebrow where he got sprayed with the hair removal? Did not notice that.
No. We should also say real quick, we didn't talk about the Civil War reenactment, and that's because I don't
really want to talk about it. It's gross.
We both don't. Okay.
It's disgusting.
Good. I don't feel as bad.
I mean, it's not disgusting. It's just a summer. It's a
winter
fall kind of a winter fall romance.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I will totally take a hard stance for this channel on incest.
Yeah. I don't think they're related.
Oh, then get it on, TC. How bad? I thought it was grandma.
I thought it was still gross. So we talked about the missing an eyebrow. Great attention to detail there. Another great attention to detail was that Cassidy's date wore a bra that matched her shirt. I've never been that fashion coordinated in my life.
I was going to say that. You got me choked up over that joke. It's a good one.
Too bad she wasn't a real vampire, though. I was hoping in this world there'd be a real vampire dating service. That was a really good bra, too. Like, it was a well designed. I love the John Wayne character. I'm guessing he's someone from the comics. Less excited about the All-Father Messiah characters as they were more annoying and gross.
Yeah, very much so.
If I was stuck in a coffin at the bottom of a swamp, you know that old.
When you find yourself.
I don't think I'd have the balls to use jamming up my only air hose in the hopes it will blow me out of the water as a means of escape. But of course, I probably wouldn't be too thrilled about wearing a skin suit either, so I don't think I'd fit in too well in this world.
I feel like though Cassie's done worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of what,
But he has probably.
sure.
And so there I was, balls deep in a
And he became Australian.
I can't do accents.
It's okay.
Well, guys,
But it doesn't stop you from trying.
It does not stop me from trying, and I will at least do 2 sentences before giving up. Well, guys, I'm worn out from drilling the spank step day and night, so it's time to sign off. Bricktail.
Spank step was the thing I was trying to remember. I thought would be a question, and it wasn't asked because I would have forgot it.
What's spank step?
That's just the thing that they worked the hardest on. He's like, thank you, we worked the hardest on. We worked on the spank step.
The dance.
Yeah. It was like a line, so
It's
it's
a
not a
dance.
question.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to read Shane's.
Please do.
Shane says, Hola!
Hola.
Just got back from NOLA. That's New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, thank you.
And while I was disappointed not to run into any vampires or swamp witches, but I did pick up some great Cajun seasoned bullet points to share with y'all. Thanks. Good old Cajun seasoning. Bullet point the first. In the big fight at the beginning, the soundtrack was playing Werewolves of London. Was that a hint? Is that why Joey is so strong? Is he a werewolf?
What if he's a werewolf?
Then it's going to be a retelling of Twilight. Bullet point the next. Never seen a Mexican standoff with a pistol, a rifle, and a bloody handkerchief as a weapon before.
Me neither.
Well, just stay tuned. It's one of my favorite lines in *Inglourious Bastards*, where he's like, "It's like this is a Mexican standoff, and that was not the deal." I don't know. Next bullet point: the coffin in the lake is one of the few things I knew about the comic. Looking forward to going into the rest of the series blind. That was his one thing. Now he knows nothing about it. It's wide open spaces for Shane.
Wide open. Dixie Chicks.
Okay, wait. John Wayne was the other thing I knew about. Whoever they got to play him did a good impression. I think so as well. I think it's good they didn't show him as much. That's a good...
They did like a lot of the film tricks of old films.
They did a good job with that. Poor Cass. He just wants to move on from Tulip and winds up with a vampire fetishist. Next bullet point. I was always taught cigarettes kill. Turns out sometimes they save your life when you're in an underwater coffin. Starting smoking immediately now, in case I ever find myself in that situation.
Smart move.
That's why I wear boxer shorts. Bullet point the last. I was right last week. Madame Boyd was very careful with her words. Killing Madame Marie doesn't hurt Jesse at all. Tulip should learn to look for verbal loopholes more carefully. Okay, that's it for me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to write in next week as I'll be traveling again, but I'll still be excited to hear what y'all have to say about it. Shinogle.
Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, man. And just as a reminder, we're going to record on Thursday next week, so it gives you a little time if you do want to get them in.
And Shane won't be writing in, so we'll be having a gap in the mailbag. So
yeah, so send us some. Fill that mailbag up.
Fill that mailbag up.
As a final thought, I like this episode. It gave us equally as much nothing as some other episodes, but it had enough good stuff that I was delighted when it was over. Excited for next week.
Okay.
What?
Delighted when it was over. I was glad it was over either. No,
I
knew what you meant.
Sometimes they end and you're like, that's it.
Oh, sure.
This one was like, oh man,
it was good. It was good. It was really
it
good.
makes me excited for next week.
Yeah, same. My final thoughts are I also liked it.
Well, until next time, Nate is nice.
Trent is nice. Stella's a pretty kitty,
and we love you. We both had the same intensity. We both did it at the same. Yes. Now, how do I get paid for doing this?